Hi, I'm Eric Hutchinson. I am at the Aloft in downtown Cleveland. I just did a show, and now I'm going to answer some questions for you.
Well, tell us a little bit about your influences. What inspired you in the first place to take up singing and songwriting?
I had a really musical family growing up. My grandmother was a professional violin player, and my parents were just obsessed with musicals and the Beatles and Motown, and so I just grew up in a really musical family. And I just as long as I can remember, I was always making music.
Yeah, do you remember your first song?
I do. I have it framed actually in my office. It was called Why, and I was about 8. And my music teacher at school, she heard me humming this thing, and she was like, that's when we have a song idea, what we do is we sit down and we write it down. So she wrote it out, the sheet music for it, and kind of taught me how to be a songwriter.
Right. Do you still play that song or no?
I don't. No.
Is it any good?
I don't really know. The lyrics could use some work.
Yeah.
But it's got a special place for me.
How'd you end up embracing so many different musical styles in your own music?
Yeah. I grew up in Washington, D.C. in a really diverse area with a lot of different types of people, and I was listening to grunge while I was listening to rap, while I was listening to Harry Connick Jr. and Nat King Cole. So I don't know. I see music as good or bad, not really different genres. So a lot of that stuff winds up in my music.
Any punk rock make it into your catalog?
I don't know if you consider him punk rock. I loved Elvis Costello. Was one of my biggest influences, and I don't know, Rage Against the Machine, they're pretty punk for me.
Right, yeah. And there was a big DC hardcore punk rock scene.
I kind of missed some of that stuff, but Fugazi came to my high school when I was in 8th grade, or my middle school, and they did a little concert and an interview thing, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not many people got to see him, I don't think.
No, it was. I didn't realize what was going on when it was happening, but it was pretty cool.
And for a minute you were signed to a major record label. What was that?
Oh, I've been on all of them. I was signed to Maverick Records, which was Madonna's label, and then the label fell apart before I could put my album out, and then I was signed to Warner Brothers, and it seems like every time I'm making an album, the president gets fired right before it's going to come out, so I don't know if I'm just bad luck or what, but...
What about the upcoming record? What can you tell us about that?
I'm really excited about it. It's called Easy Street, and I produced it myself, which was the first time I tried that, and that was really exciting because I'd worked with all these producers, and I didn't think of myself that way. And then a friend of mine said, "Hey, would you produce a song for me?" And we did that, and I was like, "I know how to do this. I've been doing this for a long time. I just didn't realize it." And so it's a really soulful record. It's a lot about, I think, becoming an adult, and I'm really proud of it. I think people will like it.
Where'd you go to record?
I recorded in Brooklyn at a place called Shabby Road. It's a cool spot.
What was that like?
It's really great. It's not a bunch of control rooms and boards, and things can be really sterile in most recording studios. This is just a big room, and you're kind of all just making music, and it's a cool vibe. So
right.
It was fun.
When's the record supposed to be out?
August 26th. It's coming out.
One last question. Where do you get these suits from?
This one is from Paul Smith. He's a London suit maker, and I love them. I wish I could get more of them. If Paul Smith's watching this, I'll take some more.